What do I say again? You are on Hey Team Marie on my new auntie show.
Hey everyone. Hey. Hey everyone. Bear with me. I'm a little sick today. But I told myself I'm going to do it and I'm going to commit and I'm just going to go for it. Because it's been a little while since I did a video. Well, they're pre-recorded, so this one's like new, and I'm like, let me do it while my hair is not like super stale, and I know I'm tired, but I'm gonna just do it. So it's Hey J Marie, it's J Marie, and I'm here to do a review of Wild Air. I took a flight to Europe. I took a flight to London for $329 round trip. Yes, $329, and I don't know. But yeah, I took that round trip, and I'm impulsive, so I went with it, but afterward I began to do my research and I found these two reviews. And honestly, one of the biggest things that I was looking for was the baggage information, how much things I could actually fit. And so I did a lot of Googling and YouTubing, and I don't know. I told myself I would do my own because I would love to see something a little more recent. So that's what this is, and I do have a few things that I'm going to talk about: food and beverages, in-flight entertainment, seat comfort, staff service, and value for money. So, food and beverages. We had to pay for those. We had to pay for every single thing. We had to pay for water. No, we had to pay for water. So that's what I knew. I knew that going in because I looked it up. But you have to pay for water, and you have to pay for everything else. But I think that the prices, I mean, when you start your vacation, you're like, oh yeah, swipe, 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 $7, $8, $10, swipe. Like, you know, but like toward the end, it's like, give me that bag. I maybe don't want this water for $10. I was supposed to take a picture of the menu to see what it was, but I mean, if you're like kind of tipsy already and hungry, like I think the pizza was like $8, and it was probably, oh, I took a picture. I can put a picture in. It was whatever. Pizza was $8. I mean, it was decent on a scale of 1 to 5. I mean, since it's not really free, I'm already knocking it down a star. Maybe I'd give it a 3 because it's a decent selection, kind of. I don't know. I haven't done a food service flight in a little while. Maybe my last one was China. Oh gosh, I hated that food. I don't know. So see, I'm not even good. But it was I'm very easy to please, like with pizza, so it was cool enough for me. I mean, a 3 out of 5. And flight entertainment, 1 through 5. I'm gonna give it a 1. We didn't have any. We didn't have any TVs in the seats. The seats did recline though, and that's another start, but they did recline, so that was like, oh, okay, thank you. But no, oh, they offered an iPad. You were renting an iPad for $14, I believe, and you rented this iPad, and I'm like, yo, let me see what's on that iPad. Like, the games are like Solitaire or something, and then the movies, I don't even think these movies even touch the big screen or anything like that. So I don't know where they got these movies from, or I knew none of them, but I was, again, it's the beginning of the trip, so I was like swiping, but I wasn't impressed. So giving that a 1. Seat comfort, 1 through 5. I'm gonna give it a 3, 4, 3.5, because honestly, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a Spirit. Yeah, no Spirit. There's no Spirit in Spirit, but it was not. It was better than Spirit. But my seats reclined. It didn't feel like cardboard. I mean, I slept in it. I didn't have too many complaints. I was a little more. My seat side, my things ain't go up. How I'm supposed to be boo loving with my boyfriend if the seats don't flip up? If I can't remove this armrest? Okay, so I'm taking it down to a 3 actually, because they can't be doing that. Couples need more than that. Staff service, I don't know. I'm neutral. I didn't really, it wasn't, this is my whole flight. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 2. I'll tell you why in a second. My value for money, I'm gonna give it a 2.5, maybe a 3. Overall, 1 through 5, I'm gonna give it a 3. Would I do it again? Possibly. I'm not like a never again, but possibly. One thing, so the big thing that I was wondering about was my baggage, and how was I going to, they have a new allowance that they recently added. So before it was just one carry-on. So that was like a purse or a laptop bag or something very small, just ridiculous. So then now they've added another bag that is about 22 pounds and the dimension 17 by 8 by 10. 17 by 13 by 10, whatever. You gonna know what it is, right? But 22 pounds, and I'm like, okay, cool, but I can do that. So I searched and searched, and I was looking for a bag, and I kept finding these expensive bags. I'm just like, come on, y'all. So I ended up getting a bag off Amazon. Luckily, I found something made like specifically for like the carry-on allowances. And I got that, and I think I paid $26 from Amazon, and then I bought another one like the next week, which was like $35. But the cheapest I did get it was $26, but it was a carry bag, and honestly, that bag was so heavy. Gosh, my boyfriend ended up like carrying it like 85% of the time, so like I got lucky. But like if you're going by yourself, don't get that bag. I don't know, and I'll show you a clip of what I could fit in my bag and what you'll see, which is great. I only had one. I had my Uggs. I wore my Uggs because I knew there was going to be a lot of walking, and then I had a pair of flats. But other than that, man, that bag was like packed pretty tightly. I almost had some booties in there. I did, but then I took it out because I was like, that's too much, that's too much, that's too much. So you'll see what I can fit in that actual size bag, because that's really what I wanted to know. And I fit a couple of things in there. But my boyfriend, on the other hand, he had the same bag and he couldn't do it. He had like sneakers like and stuff, so you'll see what his bag was like and what he fit in there. But that was my big concern, but I made it work, so that was fine with me.
His stuff couldn't fit, so he packed this bag. And the thing is, he was saying that I wasn't gonna make it, like I wasn't gonna. But look how the tables have turned.
But she still hasn't even opened up the bag.
Give me
probably like 2 pieces of clothing.
Wait a second. Okay.
This is a disclaimer. Women's clothes are much smaller than men's clothes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not even enough pair of socks. Like I just made it. Didn't even make it, but
It's okay. I'll show you how a pro do it.
everything right now.
Okay, so
But back to this bag.
this little bag, right? I got a shirt, one shirt, 2 shirts.
Hold on. Look at her little shirts, folks. I'll show you what my shirt looked like. This is an undershirt for me. Look at her shirt that she everyday wear, and look at my undershirt. Mine's just like an 8-inch Wawa hoagie.
On the way back though, there was a big snowstorm on the East Coast over here, and so our flight was canceled, but I was trying to get in contact with the representative and I couldn't get over the phone, so I had to do it in person. And yeah, back to staff service. I waited on hold. Each call that I made, look, I'm getting mad. Each call that I made, I waited on hold at least 20 minutes. And I made like 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, honestly, I didn't make 10 calls, but whatever. And I'm over there just angry. It was a snowstorm, of course, it's natural. I'm not mad at that, but what are you going to do for me? The next flight, we left on a Tuesday. We were supposed to leave on a Tuesday, and the next flight that they offered up was on Saturday. Y'all, it's Thursday right now. I wouldn't even been able to do this. Come on, who got PTO to just throw out there like that? Not me. Not me, wow, not me, okay? So don't, all right. So that wasn't gonna work for me. And they gave me a refund. My camera died. But basically, so I got the refund, the original refund, which was only which was $130. So it offset the cost, so I probably ended up paying like about $300, about $300 for the flight. So the extra flight, which is, I guess, better than $1,000 that I read this girl say that while she her flight was canceled, not due to something that they couldn't control, and she couldn't make it to a funeral in time, so she had to take another airline. She paid $1,000. She is currently waiting. It's been 4 months since she's reached out to a supervisor or something. So honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna get my money back, but I ain't got nothing to lose. So I sent them an email. We'll see what they say. Actually, would I recommend using this airline? I think I would. I'm very hesitant to say that, but if it's in the summer, or if it's like, if you can predict the weather and you can't really, you can predict it, but you can't predict. If you can have a grasp on it, or I don't know, if you're flexible with your dates, if you are very flexible and you, I don't know, you chilling, then yeah, I recommend it. But just know that there's always that risk, and you get what you pay for at the end of the day. And I love a good deal. I live for the deals. I'm here for it. I found this deal. It came up like a travel pirate, on Facebook. There's this little ad that I get sometimes, and I think I search a lot of flights or things like that. So they cater, just use all your information and whatnot. So it came up as an ad on my Facebook, and honestly, my sister retweeted it or something, and I was like, she be knowing, so if she retweeted something, it's gotta be like for real legit. So shout out to you, Trish. So I went with it, and we were doing so good. I swear I was doing so good until we came back. So I mean, overall, it was I don't know. Nah, it was decent. It was decent. If you ask my boyfriend, he might tell you something else. But it was decent. It's definitely not Spirit. I promise you I won't be flying Spirit again. But I might fly this again. So, yeah, if you're thinking about it, hey, go for it. So that was the pro and con of my rolly bag. It was heavy, but it got the job done. But so did my boyfriend's little rolly bag that he used. But oh man, those flights for the bag. So we had to check that in right then and there. They said 60 to go to Iceland because it was a layover. 60 to go to Iceland and 80 to go from Iceland to London. Really though? 140. Now it's just one way. So I mean, honestly, if you can keep it light, right? If you can keep it light, if you don't eat, if you can limit all of those expenses, you gooch. But if you can't, then like that 360 flight, that 330 flight, then turned into a 610 flight, adding in the baggage, 140 both ways, and then you ain't get no food, so whatever.